John Kelly. How you guys doing?
You got it. Why did it take 20 years to get this to the screen?
Ask Hollywood. I don't know. It should have been earlier, but it's sure great now that it is. It's a terrific production.
How much input did you have on the making of all this?
Well, I don't want to overstate it. I was what they call a consultant, which can mean a lot of things. I talked with the screenwriters early on, developing how they were going to organize it into 10 parts. And then I read all the scripts, and then once the cast was selected, I talked with a lot of the cast about their characters. And weirdly enough, there's a character. I'm in it. An actor plays me. So that was a pretty surreal experience as well.
But many times they take a book and they destroy it. But the fact that you're out talking about it means that I don't know if you endorse this, but at least you respect the work they tried to do.
I not only respect, I endorse, I embrace this series. It's just brilliant. I mean, it is so smart and entertaining and interesting. And the actors, I mean, you're talking about John Travolta as Robert Shapiro and Cuba Gooding as O.J. and Sarah Paulson as Marcia Clark. It's really like an old-fashioned all-star cast. And it captures the complexity of the characters and the political issues as well as the legal issues at the heart of this case. And there are parts of it that are just hilariously funny. Some of it is very sad. It's just really brilliantly done.
Did you talk to any of the real players for this show?
I did. I interviewed basically everyone when I wrote the book. The producers did not re-report the story. They did not contact the people. Some of the actors, it was sort of up to them, did talk to their counterparts. Mm-hmm. David Schwimmer, many people know from Friends, who plays Robert Kardashian, had a lot of contact with Kardashian's widow, Kris Jenner. But some actors did and some actors didn't. It's up to them.
Yeah. Outside of the O.J. Simpson trial, giving us Greta Van Susteren and Roger Cossack, and maybe every once in a while the crazy, nutty house guest of O.J. Did we learn anything from this? Did this advance civilization at all?
You know what? I think it did, and I think we see that. I mean, you're in St. Louis. We're in the post-Ferguson era, and this is the first story, I think, that brought to national consciousness the feelings of so many African Americans about the police. I mean, this is a story where the defense strategy was to put the LAPD on trial. And what I think makes this series so topical, feels so fresh, is that coming out of Ferguson, we now see how so many African Americans view the legal system and the police. And the paradox, the irony, at least in my opinion, is that O.J. Simpson turned out to be this incredibly undeserving beneficiary of the ill will that was felt by the African American community towards the police in Los Angeles, even though many African Americans had good reason for complaint.
Yeah. O.J. Simpson sits in jail in Nevada. Has he spoken at all about this? Did you ever speak with him originally from the book?
For all that O.J. Simpson has been important to my career, I have never had a conversation with him. I've tried many times. I've written to him many times in prison. He's serving a 33-year sentence for a sort of ridiculous case, I think. I mean, the sort of ultimate paradox of O.J. is that he was acquitted of the crime he was guilty of and convicted of the crime he was innocent.
It's a good point. Jeffrey Toobin, CNN analyst. The Fox tomorrow night debuts a 10-part series. FX, I'm sorry.
Not Fox.
FX, I apologize. FX, The People versus O.J. Simpson. I got a minute or two, Jeffrey Toobin. You want to explain the Trump phenomenon?
Well, I'm a New Yorker, so I've seen a lot of Donald Trump over the years. I think what we in the news media have underestimated is how significant it was that he's been on television with The Apprentice for so long. I don't think people talk enough about The Apprentice. That, it turns out, has been a multi-year political advertisement for him. And I think that really turns out to be an enormous factor in why he is doing so well. And, if he wins Iowa, it certainly looks like he will. I think the guy's got a very good chance of being the Republican nominee.
Jeffrey Toobin, any other books you have in the works that we can look forward to?
I do. In August, I am publishing the first book in 35 years about the kidnapping of Patricia Hearst.
Wow.
A story that is really amazing and hasn't been looked at in a long time. So.
Wow. That, on top of all the other ones you've done, I liked Too Close to Call. That was a good one about the presidential race in 2000. And this one, The Run for His Life, The People versus O.J. Simpson, that'll appear starting tomorrow night on FX. Jeffrey Toobin, you're always welcome here to talk about your work.
Great.
You got it.
Happy to do it.
You got it. Jeffrey Toobin with CNN. Have a good day, Jeffrey. We'll talk to you down the road. 7:56 here, Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael White, a general dentist in St. Louis, located in beautiful Sunset Hills, Missouri.